All right, day 9. Water is 47 degrees. So, my 9th day in a row of doing ice baths. It's my 9th day. So I get comments on, why is there steam coming off the water if it's so cold? It's like people don't believe me or something that the bath is cold. So I want to explain something to you. If you don't understand physics, you can read some articles about it, but the ocean does the same thing. The air today is 37 degrees. The water is 47 degrees that I'm sitting in right now. A couple of weeks ago, I did some ice baths, and you probably watched my video. If you didn't, you should watch it. My ice bath was 36 degrees, and the air was 19 degrees outside. So when the air is colder than the water, water has 3 forms. Solid, when it's ice, liquid, when it's above 32 degrees, and vapor, right? So when the air is actually colder than the water's relatively warmer than the air, even though it's freezing cold in here. A little layer that once the water vapor rises into the really cold air, the cold air can't hold much water vapor, so it condenses into little droplets, and that's what you see is what looks like steam. Look at a really cold mountain lake, or look at the ocean if it's really cold, but the air is colder sometimes of the year. When the air is colder than the water, you get that water vapor effect. So that's what it looks like, steam. So for those of you looking at this going, oh, it looks like it's a warm bath because there's steam coming out of there, I promise you, this is 47 degrees. Come on over sometime. You'll see how cold it is. You know, for an ice bath, you want really between about 40 and 58 degrees. Really, 50 to 57 degrees is ideal. Anything below 60 is fine. But I like to do it, 30s and 40s because it's cold in Idaho in the winter, so I don't have to do anything. I don't have to heat it, I don't have to cool it. I don't put ice in it. And the first time I realized, before I put a bunch of Epsom salts in the cover, this thing froze solid as a block. I'll put the camera over here if I remember when I'm done. Almost 3 weeks ago, I took an axe and chopped the ice off this thing to put it so I could refill it with water. It froze solid. But now I put Epsom salts in there, and I've got a little pump, a pond pump, that circulates the water in here so it stays a little bit warmer. So that's why the other day it was 50. It was like, ooh, 50, it's nice and warm. Right now it's 48. You can see I'm shaking a little bit more than I was the other day. That's the point of an ice bath, is to get very, very cold. And I'll tell you, this is my 9th day in a row. My back is feeling awesome. I just got back from jiu-jitsu. So I rolled this morning in jiu-jitsu. Felt really good. My back wasn't bothering me at all. It's like the 4th day in a row with no back pain. So that's just been awesome for me. Doing hard things is really a benefit. People say, why do you do it? Well, there's a lot of mental benefits besides the physical benefits. I sleep better. My digestion and eating food seems to be more regular as far as my digestion goes, and it's proven to help that. It's a great anti-inflammatory. So if you have shoulder problems or back problems or joint problems, ice baths are awesome for that. It's hard to do if you haven't done it before. Obviously, I'm shaking right now. I'm suffering a little bit in here, but start off with the cold shower. Just the end of your normal shower. Just take like 20 or 30 seconds and put it as cold as it'll go. Now, depending on where you live, it may not be that cold. Like even here, it'll get hundreds in the summer. And I'll put the shower on as cold as it goes, and it only gets down to like in the 60s, the actual water out of the tap. So it's not that cold. But it's enough to start the process of teaching your body to deal with cold. If you force your body to deal with things that are hard, it gets better. It improves, and your body actually benefits from that. So I recommend the cold bath. I set my timer today for 5 minutes, so hopefully we'll get a 5-minute ice bath out of this. All right, so I want to point the camera over here real quick so you can see. It's 37 degrees out here. That ice is in the yard. Those are chunks. They're still decent size. That's from the ice bath from a couple weeks ago. I took an axe and broke these ice chunks out of here. You can see how big they are. This is still solid ice. That's left over from almost 3 weeks ago. It was in my ice bath, so it's cold. Have a good day, guys. That's 9 days in a row. Today's January 5th. We'll see you tomorrow.